Hi, my name is Abhiram. I'm a rising senior at Limerick High School. So the project that I chose was a magic mirror. This is mainly because it has both a mixture of hardware components, as you can see here, the custom frame that I built using Onshape, as well as software components, as you can see on the display monitor here. And we will be going further into the software modules that I put into Magic Mirror to discuss more about what I learned in terms of software. So a quick demo, just based off what you can see here, you can see the time, you can see the US holidays calendar, you can see some stocks, although they are in euros right now, I plan on changing them to US dollars later, which is just a simple change in the code that I had to write. And on this side, you can see the weather and the weather forecast. And now on top of that, for my third milestone, I added some modifications. So before I get into the modifications, just for my third milestone, what I plan to achieve and what I achieved so far was to finish building the custom 3D frame specs using Onshape, and I turned that in for 3D printing. And as you can see, I have the frame here on the monitor now. The top part is missing because we had to split it up into two halves and glue it later in order to print the part fast. So it is I put the pieces together and it's drying up right now, and then I'll add it on top, and then I'm practically done with the frame. And in terms of software, I added some modifications apart from what the guide had already given us. So which is what I'll be demoing right now. So firstly, I added a voice assistant. So just a quick backstory here. I am a big fan of Marvel, and my favorite character is Tony Stark. And Tony Stark has this AI called Jarvis, which is what I implemented here. So as you can see, it has already activated. So I'm just going to give it a moment to deactivate, and then I can ask it a question. While it deactivates, I
Sorry,
also,
I don't understand.
sorry about that. I also added a stock ticker, which you can see here down below, which has like 4 stocks right now. And I can change those stocks that it displays anytime I want. So quick demo about the AI. Jarvis, what is basketball?
According to Wikipedia, basketball is a team sport in which two teams, most commonly of 5 players each, opposing one another on a rectangular court, compete with the primary objective of shooting a basketball through the defender's hoop while preventing the opposing team from shooting through their own hoop.
So as you can see, the voice assistant gets information directly from Google and just says it out loud. So it's an interactive feature in the monitor itself, which is the Magic Mirror OS. Another thing you can see on the left-hand side, right below the forecast, is something called a motion detector. I am still working on that module. It's another modification that was not under my original build plan. I just came up with it on the fly, and I started working on it recently. It wasn't a part of my third milestone, but I will work on it after I am done putting the frame on top here. So basically what the intent of that is to just detect motion. Whenever a person walks by, the magic mirror will just turn on based off of that detection of motion. So those are all the software modifications that I added. So moving on to the challenges that I faced. Onshape was something I never used before, so I never really used Onshape to CAD and make 3D products that I could print using a 3D printer. All of this was new to me, and it took me a really long time to get all the dimensions right to ensure that the product that I print using the 3D printer is perfect and is a perfect fit for my monitor slash my magic mirror. So it took me about 3 days to print all of this perfectly, and it was really, really hard. So I would say that was probably my main challenge. As mentioned earlier, coming up next is just fixing the top of the frame, which is just drying up right now because I glued it together, and adding that motion detection module, which would allow the magic mirror to just start on its own whenever it detects motion. Thank you so much.